Hi guys, you're welcome to the channel. So today we are going to be writing a Python program for validating passwords. So I wrote a Python program the last time on a password generator, but this one is a password validator. A password generator will generate the password for you, but the password validator will check if the password is valid based on certain conditions. Now, in the password generator that I created, or in most password generators all over the internet, they will expect that the password will have a minimum length. For example, 10 characters or 16 characters. The password generator we did the last time, the rule there is that the password must be at least 16 characters, then one uppercase, one lowercase, at least one uppercase character, at least one lowercase character, at least one special character, and at least a digit. So the password validator will come and check if the particular string that you are given as a password, if it meets all those conditions. That is what the password validator will check for. So if you are visiting the channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so every time we post content like this you get notified. So let's move straight into it. So I'm using VS Code. um, Now the first thing you want to do is to start a function basically. So for you to start a function in Python, you say def, let's say validator. So you're going to be passing in your password. Okay. So before we start writing this, let us write the rules, the set of rules that the validator is going to be using to check whatever it's checking. So number one, the length of the password must be at least 10. So like the number of characters must be at least 10. So the password must have at least one uppercase character, one lowercase character, one special character, and one digit. At least one uppercase, one lowercase, one special character, and one digit. So these are the rules that the password validator is going to be using to check if this password is acceptable basically. So moving into it, the first thing you want to do is this password is going to be the instance of the password you are passing in basically. So let me print password first. So let me come down and write some driver code for the function. So let me say keyword equal to, let me just say hello genius. Okay. So now let me say validator, then pass in the password. Okay, so this is going to be the driver code. So let me just space it. Okay, so we know what we are doing. Run it. You can see the password I'm having is what? Halogenius. So halogenius, I'm saving it as pw, then I'm calling the function. What I'm doing here is what we call function definition. This is the function call over here. So moving on, now that I have my password in the function, the first what I want to do now is to traverse the password. Traversing something in programming is visiting all the entities that make up that thing. So in this case now, this is halogenius over here. I want to iterate over all these characters. That's what I want to do. I'm going to be using a for loop. You can use a while loop too, but I think a for loop is more appropriate for this use case. But even before traversing that, I need to create some variables. I need to initialize some variables to 0 that I'm going to be using to count every type of character. The uppercase, the lowercase, the special characters, and the digit. I have to initialize a variable I'm going to be using to do all these counts. So to count the uppercase, I'm going to be doing uCount. equal to 0. For the lowercase L count equal to 0. Then for the special characters S count equal to 0. For the digits D count equal to 0. So now that I've initialized all the count variables, now I can go ahead to traverse my string. Traversing my string, I don't think I need this anymore, so let me just take it out. Traversing my string, I'm using a for loop for every character in password. Now we start checking. If the character is an uppercase, if the character is an uppercase character, then U counts plus equal to 1. So no, plus equal to 1. If the character dot is lower, what are we doing? L count plus equal to 1. If the character is digits, then what do I want to do? D counts plus equal to 1. If now to check if the character is a special character, I'm going to be using a cheat over here. So first of all, import string. Okay, so I'm going to be saying if the character in this membership operator string dot punctuations, yes, so string dot punctuations, then S counts plus equal to 1. Okay, so now I've traversed the string at this point now, so we can start doing the check. If the first condition I'm going to be testing for is this first one, the length of the password must be at least 10. So if the length of password is less than 10, return false. No, this should be false. Okay, so let's run this one first. So if I should save this and let me print, so to make it easier. Okay, so basically what is happening here is that if the length of the password is less than 10, return false. But if this is not going to be executing, guess what? Just return true. So how many characters is in allogenius? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one will return true originally. So run this, you can see it is giving me true. It is running just the way I want it. So it's going to be returning true, but if I should delete some, so how many characters do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I should run this, it's going to be giving me false. So you see, so it is working the way we want it to work. So let me just take it back. So now I'm testing for, let me label this code properly. Test for length. Okay, so let us start checking. For this one, the password must have at least one uppercase, one lowercase, one special character, and one digit. Okay, so basically the next thing I'm going to be testing for is to check if any of this thing is less than 1. If any of this thing is less than 1, or if it is not equal to 0, obviously it cannot be less than 0. So let's just test for if it is greater than 0, anything greater than 0. So if you count, so there is this thing I want to quickly point out because I want to use it here. So let me comment this one out. Let me also comment this one out. Now, to get the Boolean equivalent of numbers, if I'm going to be saying bool, I explained this in one of my courses, Code Like a Pro. You can check it out. So if I say bool 2 and I run it, you see it's giving me true. But if I say bool 0, it's giving me false. So for the following characters, 0, empty string, empty sets, empty dictionary, empty lists. If you want to look for the Boolean equivalent, it will be giving you false. But for any character or any value that is none of any of this, I think the list is more than this. What I'm just trying to point out is the Boolean equivalent of 0 is what? Just false. But the Boolean equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4 is true. So it is what I want to use over here. Let me take this out. Please check Code Like a Pro for the Boolean chapter. I will put the link in the description so you understand this thing better. Now, for me to test to ensure that this number 2 is observed, all I have to do, very simple, is if you count and I've been writing a lot of JavaScript lately and it's affecting me because normally this is what you do in JavaScript. So if you count and L count and S count and D count. So I will wrap the whole of this. Then I will now say if not, then guess what? Return false. Okay? So else return true. So basically what I'm doing here is these 4 values, all of them, neither of them must be equal to 0. The U count, the L count, the S count, and the D count. There are so many ways to do this thing, but I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. This must not be equal to 0, this must not be equal to 0, this must not be equal to 0, and this must not be equal to 0. And let me say, the longer way to do it will be to say if you count is not, or you can say if you count is greater than 0, and you copy it across. Greater than 0, and D count greater than 0. But this is long. We don't need it. We don't need it in this particular case. We don't need it. So let me just take it out. Well, this will work fine as well, but for our use case, we don't need it. So let's just take it out. So obviously the count will never go below 0 because we are incrementing here all the way, so there's no point. Okay, so if I should save this and try Halogeneous again. If we should try Halogeneous again, and we run this code over here, you can see it's giving me false. Why? Let's do a bit of check here. So if this condition is not met, then let us print a formatted string just to check where the problem is coming from. A formatted string, okay? So let me say uppercase equal to U count, okay? So I have to copy it across. Copy. So lowercase will be L count. Okay, then the special character is going to be S count. Then the digits will be the D count. Okay, so if I should save this and I run it again, it will show us where we went wrong. Okay, so if you take a good look at Halogenius now, uppercase just one, which is this H over here. Then for the lowercase, I have all 9 characters after H, no special characters and no digits. So let us add a special character and a digit, then we check. A special character can be dot and a digit is 6. So if I should run this, it will not give me the whole of this anymore because it is going to be returning true. So you see, it's giving me true. But for us to be able to debug, let me put it somewhere around here so that if it's true or false, it will give us the exact numbers. Okay, so save this and let me run it again. So you can see the uppercase characters I have is just 1. The lowercase characters I have 9. I have a special character, then I have digits. Special character. So I try to generate some passwords before coming online. So let's try the passwords. So I have some passwords here. Okay. So this first set of passwords are the secure passwords, as you can see. So these are weak passwords. So let's start trying them. So for this first one, if I should try this first one, run the program. You can see the uppercase I have 3 characters, the lowercase I have 3 characters. For the special characters I have 6, and for the digit I have 2. So all this password, let me just take one more. You can see in this case I have 7 uppercase characters, just a digit, the special character I have 4 of them, then the lowercase characters too. But for the weak passwords, let me use this one. So run the code. You can see all 9 characters are lowercase. If I should go with all 7 characters are uppercase. So it's not even up to 10. It's not even up to 10. So you can see where we are falling short. So well, basically to complete the code, you can just take this one out. To make the code shorter, you can bring this and put it inside here. Then use the AND operator. So you don't need this line anymore. You just test for everything in a single line and you go away. So this works just fine. Let's try this secure password that we tried the last time. Run it again and you can see no, I'm having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and it's giving me false. Something is wrong somewhere. Length of password, you count. Let me debug again. Oh, okay. I made a mistake somewhere. So this one should be greater than or equal to 10. Yes. The length of the password has to be greater than or equal to 10. You count, L count. Yes. So this will work just fine. So if I should run it, you can see I have true. So You can see that me converting everything to one line, I had to augment something here. So that is just it basically. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also hit the notification bell so that whenever we post content like this, you get notified. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.